Hi, in this Delta solution, we welcome Jerry Franklin, the tech writer extraordinaire here at DeltaStream. And today we're going to put your docs to the test. How you doing,
W
Jerry?
well, I was fine until a moment ago, now I'm kinda nervous.
All right, so I'm let's just get right into it. We're testing out Postgres today, and I know we were just sprucing up those docs. I am going to share my screen, and you're going to tell me what to do.
And a
All
lovely
right.
opening screen it is. Well, it's pretty obvious. Start with the documentation if you're not sure where else to go. That takes you to the front page of the doc steps. In the left-hand navigation, scroll down till you see integrations, please, and then just click the integrations arrow, and voila, Postgres is number 2 on the list.
Okay.
And should be able to follow these steps to get started. And we got one other place for you to go when we get this done.
Okay, so resources is this one. And, and then we just want to add a store. Okay. That seems obvious. So Postgres next. I'll give it a name, PQL. That should be fine. That region's fine. Okay, I've got some creds here for my PostgreSQL instance. Let me pop these in. And of course, I'm going to blur this out. And let's okay, so that's verifying. While that's verifying, let me show you my dbeaver instance. So I've got this database in here right now. These are the tables that I've got. So we're going to create a new one following some other docs. So let's see if this is done. All right, we're connected.
We are ready.
So we were here in the docs. What
Now,
would be a logical thing to do?
I think the logical thing is to get started quickly, which would be in the left-hand navigation. Go to the free trial quick start. I'm assuming we're on a free trial.
Yeah, yeah. I want to be what the people are seeing when they try this out.
And you've inspected, so you can zip down a little bit to the next section, and that should get us moving
Here.
along. We actually create work that will translate into what you might do on a daily basis.
Okay, so we're gonna switch to the workspace view. I already created a database earlier. Okay, so down here we see our PostgreSQL, and actually those tables that corresponds to what we saw in dbeaver. Okay, so let's come over here. So we're going to create a stream. Let's make sure everything trial store against this Kafka cluster, right, for page views.
That's right.
So there's that cluster. We'll go here, we'll copy this, pop that in, run it, bing, there's that. Minimize that, we'll come here. That was the first one. Then we want to change log. So this is going to set up a different topic with a key so that it can talk to, or we can kind of combine the two tables, if you will. Is that right?
Sounds
So now
right.
we user log and we've got page view. Okay. Now here's where it's going to be a little bit challenging. I mean, we can do this just to look at it real quick because it's in the doc. So let's make sure it works. Those other two things work fine. Pull that up a little. All right, so there we see some data coming in. We can stop that. And the next part's going to be a little tricky. So let me look at a couple things here. You'll notice state is in quotes. We're creating a struct from the contact info that's in the topic. State's a reserved word, and that's why it's in quotes. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to if you would just, if I'd abbreviated it as something else. So that's one thing. And there was another, oh yeah, interests is an array here. So we have to deal with those two things differently. Now, normally, to write this out to another topic, this is what the docs have us do. And it's pretty straightforward. We cast a couple of these to timestamps and off we go. So I had to make a couple modifications because I was looking at that earlier to see how I would do that. So let me take a look at my notes here. And what we had to do differently, we need to basically break apart that array and that struct. So that looks like this. So the differences are here. So I just called that hobby 1 and hobby 2. And then you'll see we had to put backticks on state to accommodate that. So now if I run this, here's all our connection information to our PostgreSQL table. Oh, I need to make sure I call it the right thing. It's PQL. We've got our demo database, which we default public schema. So we should see in dbeaver a new table show up called enriched PV table. That was successful. Now we should be able to go into dbeaver and refresh here. There's our enriched PV table. You see all of our stuff. Let's take a look at it. So there's our ERD. We see all our fields. Let's take a look at our data. We're starting to see data come in. So we see our enriched data, gender, hobbies, news and movies, phone number, city, state, and zip. It all worked. Jerry, you're a genius. Your docs are correct.
Just like it was supposed to.
Well, excellent. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me and being willing to be put on the hot seat to do a doc check.
Of course, I can't wait for the next one.
All right. Take care.
You too. See ya.